settle in for the ride. Our podcast is the place where bad movies collide. We're true blue, fans of the RiffTrax crew. Mocking cheesy films is what they love to do. From Plan 9 to The Room, we've seen it all. They'll make you laugh and cringe, they always give their all. True Blue Riffcast, we're your podcast hosts. Talking about the movies that are the worst of the worst. True Blue Riffcast, join us on this quest to find the laughs in films that failed the test. Tuesdays at 10. Tuesdays at 10.
Hey guys, welcome to the True Blue Riffcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Dave. My name is Christine DeBelle, but many of you know me as Susan from A Talking Cat. And as you know, I have to go and get my cheese puffs out of the oven. So have a great time with Jeremy and Dave. See you soon.
Thanks, Christine. This is the True Blue Riffcast, the number one RiffTrax podcast in the world. I am Jeremy, and I'm joined, as always, by...
Sup, I'm Dave. And, you know, I just saw you just posted a picture of Rem Lazar in there, which you should have done when you had Jack Mulcahy do the thing. You should have had him record a thing for us.
Oh, I should have.
Yeah, like Rem Lazar introducing the True Blue Riffcast. Yeah.
Maybe I'll send him a message.
Do it now, slave.
Yeah.
But we appreciate all our intro people.
How's it going, Dave?
Oh man, I'm so bummed and confused. Like, I think that's the only way to describe what we experienced today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we watched The Death of Richie,
and it was really bad. I mean, I'm glad we watched this movie. Glad, because it's giving us, it's gonna give us a lot to talk about. But damn, okay, so in the introduction, or like the promo, how they promoted this movie, RiffTrax did. They said this is almost GrimTrax. And then I watched it, and I'm like, what is the threshold for GrimTrax if this is not it?
Right?
This might be, like, okay, so this is based on a true story. I can't believe this movie was made.
Yeah.
Let alone RiffTrax doing it and not putting the GrimTrax banner on it.
We definitely have a lot to talk about with this movie.
A lot to talk about.
We'll get to it in just a few minutes. First, we'll take a look at the weekend box office. Flight Risk, the bald Mark Wahlberg movie, directed by none other than Mel Gibson, came in first with $11.5 million, Mufasa in its second, One of Them Days in third, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in fourth, and Moana 2 in fifth.
Can we just rewind all those words you just said? Because that's literally the first time I've ever hearing of this movie and those words together.
Apparently, it's really bad too. Like,
wow,
really bad. Yeah, it's. We didn't have a lot of people come to see that. We had a lot of people coming to see Sonic and Mufasa at my theater, including teenage couples who decided that they were going to take these opportunities to be disgusting in kids' movies. It was an interesting weekend. We'll just put it that way.
I believe it.
But yeah, again, there's still not really much that I'm excited to go see. Like, there's nothing that I need to go out.
I was looking at like the release for this whole year, like all the movies coming out this year. I'm like, I don't want to see any of this. Oh my gosh! Did you see what Anthony Mackie said about Captain America?
No.
He basically killed it. This movie is going to flop. He was in Rome promoting.
It was going to anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's going to flop even harder now, and you will know why immediately.
Oh boy. He
was in Rome saying, Captain America represents to me a lot of things, but I don't think that America is one of them. I'm like, bro, read the room. That's all I'm going to say. I
mean, okay, look, I know we don't normally always get into this stuff, but people weren't going to go see that movie anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's two big reasons. One, why you got to have a black man be Captain America. That's the first one that people have been complaining about since it happened. And the second one is, who's the other character? Her name's Sabra, I think.
I don't know.
She's the Israeli soldier, so people are mad about that too. Like, come on, guys. It's a comic book character.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, I mean,
they're both comic book characters. This is
no, but I think that Anthony Mackie just not nobody, but like the crowd that's not going to go see this.
Yeah. I'm still going to see it just because.
I'm not seeing anything Marvel does anything ever again.
And see, I'm actually like really looking forward to their other movies this year because they've got that Thunderbolts movie with more Red Guardian. That's all I want to see. And then the Fantastic Four movie should be interesting. It takes place in a 60s retro future universe. Sounds fun.
I think we should put Pedro Pascal in prison just so he can't be in literally fucking everything.
He is definitely in.
It's annoying. I'm tired of seeing him.
Oh man. Dead stop. Last week, you may know, Dave pulled a fast one on me with Name That Jeremy, and he went just outside the realm of RiffTrax.
It's on the RiffTrax website.
It is available on RiffTrax.com, yes. So that makes it fair game. I mean, it is Mike, Kevin, and Bill. They're the precursor to RiffTrax. So, it's fine. I was definitely unprepared for that. But now
I was fully prepared to come here today to just have my ass handed to me.
No, I thought about retribution, but
he should have done it. He would have been fully justified, and I would not have blamed him.
Went with some things from my wheelhouse, which are RiffTrax shorts.
It's shorts,
and I know Dave likes the shorts. He's not into them as much as I am.
Definitely not.
We've talked about this many times on here. I do, as of right now, currently have every short that they've released.
Jeez.
400 and whatever shorts.
Oh God.
So I had a lot to dig through when I was going for this, and it took me a while to narrow it down. But I decided that I would be nice and go with two shorts that Dave should be very familiar with.
I think I know what they are.
These are two shorts from our friends Con and Shauner.
I'm never living that down.
Kid's Guide to the Internet and Bicycle Safety Camp.
No, I'm not going to say that this is going to be easy, but I think I got a pretty good shot.
I will say, I think there's maybe 2 layups in this. The rest might be a little difficult. Why do
I have so much hair?
They're
what
almost entirely riffs. No quotes from the shorts themselves.
Okay.
So we got Kid's Guide to the Internet or Bicycle Safety Camp.
Okay. Well, let's do it then.
Let's see. Our first one. That font was immediately taken out back and shot. Yeah,
Okay,
do the soundtrack next.
That is very clearly Kid's Guide to the Internet.
That is Bicycle Safety Camp.
What? After I've so confidently said that it was Kid's Guide to the Internet?
You
yes.
Bastard. Bicycle Safety Camp.
Okay, I see how it is. I see you lulled me into a false sense of security, sir. All right, you bastard. All right, no, screw it. Let's do it. Game on. I'm not pissed. Let's do it. Come on. Do it.
It's like if Tim Tebow decided to suck at rapping instead of football.
Bicycle Safety.
Bicycle Safety Camp, yes.
Okay.
Any questions? Yeah, shouldn't I be wetting the bed in Home Alone?
Bicycle Safety.
Bicycle Safety Camp.
Okay.
All right, this one's a layup. Remember, an email like fartball69 will really stand out to employers in 15 years.
Yeah, that's Kid's Guide to the Internet.
I just couldn't resist fartball69.
Can I tell you something that happened at like Jiffy Lube? I was trying to get my oil changed before I realized that they're expensive and they suck. I had to tell them, and it was like crowded in there. And to like get out of there, I had to tell them my email address. And it's Sugar Ray Dodge, my old pen name. That like I've had that email forever and ever. I had to tell them sugaraydodge@gmail.com. And like for the first time since I decided I wasn't going to use it anymore, I was so embarrassed to actually like have to say it out loud. Like, can you spell it, please? I'm like, oh God, like there's so many people listening to this, and it makes no sense. But yeah,
that's when you like type it in on your phone and just like hold it up to them and just be like, it's right there.
Like, would you spell that, sir? I really would rather not.
Yeah, neither of my emails are great. I mean, we have PB and Awesome. Then they're like, is that a real thing? Yes. It is a real website, I promise.
Yeah.
All right.
Dave, that riff.
What's
my score?
You 3 out of 4.
Oh, dang. So I got to get one more and I win.
Yeah. Shout out to my consumer safety certification standards.
Kid's Guide to the Internet.
That is Bicycle Safety Camp.
What? You're supposed to be even, sir. I know that's not a rule.
All right, and this is the last one. Tupac guest wrote that verse.
Oh, God. Verse? Okay, so there's a rap. So I'm guessing that it's Bicycle Safety.
That is Kid's Guide to the Internet.
Damn it! Damn it! 3 for 6.
Yeah, half, 50%.
Oh, hey, Otakum.
Oh, hey, what's up, Otaku man? It's
welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the Riffcast.
Do we know each other? Remind me if I know who you are.
I do. I know who that is.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That's okay. I would like to remind everybody that Jeremy did get me, but I would also like to say that he did worse last week.
I definitely did worse last week. Yeah, I guess we probably can't really
Didn't you say you
this.
had some crazy thing to tell me about? Is it about the movie?
I already told you, and it wasn't as crazy.
What was it?
The other thing that Richie did.
Oh,
yeah,
I've already forgotten it.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Because our movie today that we have to talk about, the 1977 made-for-TV drama, The Death of Richie. Whoo, boy.
Yeah, guys, it's bad. It's real bad. So this is based on a true story. Now, let me give you the rundown of the actual true story, if you don't mind, Jeremy.
Go for it.
I want to tell everybody. I had ChatGPT pull up the info, and like little ChatGPT tip everybody. If you want it to like actually search the internet and like get accurate information, like tell me all about this thing, and then just say cite sources, and then it will like be more accurate than it ever could be, because it will actually go and look for stuff. So I put in, where's my thing? Okay. I put in, tell me about the 1972 death of George Richard Richie Diener Jr. at the hands of his father, cite sources. So,
spoilers.
Spoilers. This is a movie about a father who shot his son in the face with his mother there. He was freaking out on drugs.
And this really happened. This was a real thing in the real world that happened, and they decided to write a book about it and then to make a movie about it.
Extremely depressing. Why was everything so depressing in the 70s? Why were they wallowing around? Like from Cypher in the Snow to this.
And the fact that this wasn't a GrimTrax feature. This was a regular RiffTrax release.
Yes, a regular RiffTrax. Like, I don't know what the threshold for GrimTrax is, but it definitely needs, if this is not, like this is definitely worse than Virus.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Virus was,
a father shot his kid in the face.
Everybody died, like, on the whole planet.
Okay, well, that happens in, like, Transformers. Who gives a shit? So, anyway, George Richard Richie Diener Jr.
He's a middle name man, Dave.
He's a middle name man like me. Born on June 6, 1954 in Queens, New York, was a teenager from Long Island who struggled with substance abuse during his adolescence. By the age of 15, Richie had begun using drugs, notably Seconal, Reds, I think.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I don't do drugs. I don't know drug things.
That's the barbiturates.
Okay, a barbiturate commonly abused in his community. I did pop hot for barbiturates once, and it's because I was taking sleeping pills, and they had to send the POA to they'll be like, well, we have to double check it, but you can't work for us right now because you popped up for barbiturates. It's like, I'm not doing drugs, a-holes. And it came back and they called me and they apologized. And they're like, you want this job? And I was like, no. I was so pissed that they accused me of being a drug addict.
As Oliver stated earlier when we first brought up the movie, he's a more grown-up Zindi.
That's true. So his escalating drug use led to an increased aggression and erratic behavior, causing significant strain within his family. On the night of February 27, 1972, a tragic confrontation occurred in the Diener family home. Richie, under the influence of drugs, became violent and threatened his parents with a steak knife. In the movie, it's an awl. In an attempt to protect themselves, Richie's father, George Diener Sr., retrieved a firearm. Despite pleas from his wife, Carol, and warnings to Richie, the situation escalated. Richie repeatedly dared his father to shoot, advancing toward him with the knife. Feeling there was no alternative, George Sr. fired, resulting in Richie's death. Following the incident, a grand jury unanimously decided not to indict George Diener Sr. for the shooting, concluding that he had acted in self-defense. The case garnered significant media attention and was later the subject of the Thomas Thompson nonfiction book Richie, which was adapted into a 1977 made-for-television film titled The Death of Richie, starring Robbie Benson as Richie and Ben Gazzara. Am I saying that right? As Gazzara, George Sr. Richie Diener was laid to rest in Long Island National Cemetery in East Farmingdale, New York. Okay. Now you're probably wondering what happened to the dad after that. Okay. So this guy, so at the time of this shooting, this man was 43 years old. On an unrelated note, I'm currently 44. Shot his kid in the face at age 43. But hey, guess what? The story has a happy ending. He died of cancer at 52 in 1981.
I don't know if I'd consider that, happy in any way. I mean,
I don't know. The whole definition of happy has been for today anyway, has been redefined. Man, because
so this movie
God.
has a lot of big names in it. Ben Gazzara, like he said. Robbie Benson plays Ricky. Then we have Lance Kerwin, who plays his little brother. And then Eileen Brennan,
Mrs. Peacock.
Mrs. Peacock, played his mom.
Oh my gosh, she does not look like the same person.
No.
At all.
And then
this movie was made in 1977. She played Mrs. Peacock in 1985.
Yeah.
And it looked like she aged 20 years.
This movie also has Clint Howard in it.
I didn't even recognize him.
Friend,
I didn't know that until Jeremy told me before the podcast.
Yeah, his friend Peanuts, plural. And then Charles Fleischer is in it as Brick. Charles Fleischer is more famously the voice of Roger Rabbit, which I thought was interesting. And speaking of voices, Robbie Benson, the main actor of this movie, is Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
He sure is ugly enough.
He also screen tested for the role of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Again, sure is ugly enough.
And didn't get it. And then he starred in The Death of Richie.
Shoot me!
Oh, man, this movie was...
Oh, man, dude, this movie, I think it might be the biggest downer. It was so depressing from, start to finish. I was watching it this morning, and I was actually texting Jeremy, because Jeremy, I guess, was having a very boring day himself. We won't get into that, but I'm like, it was on for 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, please say we only have, a few minutes left. And it was at 20 minutes long, and I was like, oh, God, this is Copper Mountaining already.
Yep.
This version is an hour and 18 minutes long.
The other thing that I noticed, because, of course, at the very end of everything, right after the credits, the Multicom Entertainment Group logo popped up. So this is another Meg movie.
The only reason this movie was riffed.
Yes.
I guarantee it.
Because they got it from Meg.
Because RiffTrax loves making kissy face with Meg.
Hey, we've got a lot of good stuff from them.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I wanted to murder myself at the end of this. It was so funny, but it was just so soul crushing. So okay, so let's start at the beginning. Okay, so it starts off and we see Richie's they're at his funeral, and then they flash back to, I think it starts in the car, and Brick is driving the car.
Yeah,
and he's driving like a maniac, and they're doing the drugs. They're doing all of the drugs in the car in the 70s. Blah blah blah. and so they get pulled over, and they're like, oh man, it's the cops. So Brick pulls over, and he's like, okay, let me take everything. And he gets out of the car, and I'm like, why are you getting out of the car, bro?
Because he's high.
Like you're gonna get gunned down. And apparently the cop knows him. The cop is like, you're driving pretty radically right there, Brick. And he's like, sorry, Johnny officer man. I don't remember the officer's name. And he's being like, there's something wrong with the steering mechanism. And the officer clearly knows that he's lying. Goes up to the car, looks in the window, and see all these clearly stoned assholes in there. And so it goes back to Brick, and he's like, Brick, I don't like, I'm going to do like, I'm going to let you go and I'm doing you a favor. And when people do me a favor, I expect them something. And he's like, okay, officer, gotcha. And he just lets him go. It's like, okay, this car is very clear. Like they even said something in the riff. Like Mike said, sure was nice of that officer to let them to continue to endanger innocent lives.
Right.
Which was my thing. I was like, the officer's going to let him go. This guy should clearly be arrested.
Yes.
But no, he's like, I'm going to do you a favor, even though I know that everybody high. Everybody drunk, everybody high. Hide your kids, hide your wife. So, they FO, and Richie gets home, and Bloody Mary, some breakfast is, and Mrs. Peacock, they're in bed, and they hear Richie come home, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. Like I'm gonna go have a heart to heart. And Bloody Mary goes into Richie's room, and he's in there shirtless. And Dad's
it's like what, like 2 a.m. or something?
Yeah, just be like, let's have this conversation now. And like he tries to have like this heart to heart with his kid about like you shouldn't be out there doing drugs. And the kid is like, you're not my dad. You can't tell me what friends I can be with. Get out of here before I shoot you in the face or something. I don't know. But anyway. It's
not exactly, but it's pretty close.
The kid is awful. The kid is terrible. So, like, the next scene is them consulting a lawyer or there's some weird court thing happening.
Yeah, they're doing some sort of...
The legal system... the local legal system to get Richie off drugs.
Yeah.
And it's going to result in some kind of like hearing where they have to like go against each other. I don't know. Like this
like
legal
group,
thing.
they have to go to like group counseling, and the dad's like, I ain't doing that. I ain't sharing my secrets with the whole world.
Nonsense. I didn't understand any of it, but it ultimately doesn't matter because Richie ended up dead.
Yeah.
So anyway, part of it was like, okay, well now you have to go get this garbage ass job at the Regal Burger. So Richie goes in and gets a job, and he's like, Dad, I got the job
at totally not Burger King.
So he's at the job, and he's doing a good job, and he tells some old guy that there's a $5 charge to use the bathroom.
Yeah, because he's giving him a bunch. He's like, it's unlimited free refills on the coffee, but it's a $5 charge to use the bathroom.
Like,
and they both giggle.
Why? But
like, he was a good worker. Like he was being a very hard worker.
But then like his
friends
friends are there. They show up like a bunch of a-holes and like a bunch of fucking Denny's rats. And they're like, "No, we don't want nothing. We just came here to see you be responsible and laugh at you. We have drugs. Tell your job to screw us. We can go get drugs." I don't remember if he actually goes with them. Does he?
I don't think he did leave with them. No, but he got fired.
Okay, he got fired. Did we see him get fired, or was that information just like relayed to us later when he was just like the maudlin, depressing scene where his dad's to be like, "Okay, well, I'm not disappointed in you, son. Let's go get something else." Of course, I.
Well, he was trying to tell him that he quit, but then he apparently he got fired, according to the stuff that I read.
I think like he probably got fired because his friends were there being hobos.
That's what it says.
So then his dad, like, there's this weird foreshadowing because at the time apparently this was a big media story, and that's why this was made into a movie.
Yeah. And
they have this foreshadowing, and you only know it's foreshadowing if you know that the kid is gonna get gunned down by his dad. And so they have him at the shooting range. Blam, 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 blam.
I mean, right? Considering the title, it's pretty easy to figure out
that his dad's gonna shoot him.
Well, that he's gonna be dead. I mean,
yeah. Well, of course he's gonna be dead. They show his fucking coffin at the beginning of the movie. But like, I didn't know that his dad was going to shoot him, so I didn't know that it was like foreshadowing.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know that either.
But here's the thing, it's foreshadowing. Like if you watch this on NBC on January 10th, 1977 or whenever it was, you know that it's foreshadowing. It's kind of like, if there's a movie called January 6th, 2021 and it shows somebody scoping out the Capitol, you're going to know that's foreshadowing. And if you see someone go buying like a horned hat, you know that's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But in like 20 years, who knows if anybody's going to know any of that? What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. Oliver's telling me to let it out. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where was I? But so.
Dad
so
at the shooting range.
Yeah, at the shooting range. And so, like, and then the mom goes to, like, the drug center. And
Yeah, like the drug counseling center or something.
It's very strange. Like, all the stuff with, like, the court and the drug center, I don't get it. Like, that was the most boring stuff. Like, guys, this movie is boring as hell. Like, until, like, the very end when it's just batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I think is important to talk about is the girlfriend.
Oh,
so
God.
like, he has this girlfriend. I think her name's Janie. And, man, it's so depressing because, like, I guess they haven't seen each other in a while. And he's like, hey, let's reconnect. So I have a reason not to be on drugs. And so they go on this lame as hell date. Oh, hey, bites. My cat's coming in. Come here. You got to be on the podcast now. Come here. Okay, fine. He's gonna come on his own. But they go on this lame as hell date. It's like the Creeping Terror field, right? And he's like, "Oh, great! Like, when can I see you again?" Like, he wants to do something.
He wants to take her to the dance because there's the fancy dance at the place his mom works at, where he just sold 100 raffle tickets for them, and he won tickets to the fancy dance. And he's like, "Hey, will you go to this fancy dance with me?" And she's like, "Ooh, I have a date."
Yeah. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, I can't just dump on this guy." Like, okay, well then why are you going out? Then why are you having a lame date with me right now? That's what but then she's be like, "Well, I can't." It's just like, it's just been so long. I didn't know you were still interested or something like that. And so, like, moral of the story is, like, if you want to reach out to someone you care about but haven't talked to in a long time, don't fucking bother. Just don't do it.
No.
How dare you?
Because then they're gonna think, "Oh, I have a chance with this lady."
Yeah. Like,
and then,
like the date was like, she was like it was set up like she like they were falling for her, and he had like a reason to not do drugs now. And then she just lays that fucking bomb on him at the very end of it. And he's just like, what the fuck was the point of all that?
Yeah.
Like, well, I would feel that way too. It's like, why did we do this?
Yeah, he's not very happy with any of it. He just lost his job, and then this happens, and then he starts going back with the guys and doing drugs again. Yeah, and then things escalate. Like, they go to court and they argue, and it doesn't make any sense. And then he had, like, his dad's like, I'm sick of you doing drugs. I'm going to bring the cops over and have them search your room for drugs while you're having a really lame party in your room. Yeah, it's just him, two other guys, and a girl, and they're just listening to music. That's literally all they were doing,
man.
And the dad saw him in there, and he's like, "Oh, they're doing drugs."
So he brings the cops in. The cops search, like, not a very thorough search, TBH. There's plenty of other hidey places they could be. They're like, they don't be like, "Ha!" They like, it's clean, and they'd be like, "I'm sorry," and that's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sure there were drugs here."
But this was okay. That was after the dad found his little hiding place in his closet where he had the fake shelf in front of it. Because
yeah. Talk about that.
So he's got this little like drug closet that he hides in that's inside his actual closet, and
in Utah we call them beaten caves.
And wasn't ready for that.
I thought I had broke Jeremy for a second.
And he goes in there and he pulls him out. He like drags him out of his little drug closet, and they make the joke. Kevin and Bill make the joke that that's what they had to do to get Mike to riff Baby Ghost.
Yeah, that was really good.
Probably the best riff of the whole thing. Yeah, so the cops don't even check that because that's after the fact that the dad knows that's there. And you think, oh, Dad would be like, hey, why don't you check his drug closet?
He destroyed his beaten cave.
Yeah, but he still could have.
That was also happening there. I'm sorry to tell you, if you have a fake closet in a repressed household like that, I'm sorry, you're jerking off in that room.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But he ends up getting on the Reds again, and he like goes to school, and they're like, "You got to come get him."
Like with the principal, it's like, "Now, Richie, you're failing in every course, and I don't think you really want to graduate." And he's like, "I'm trying, Mr. Principal. I really am." He's like, "Well, you're going to have to try harder because you're a failure, and I hate you." So he tries to do better in school, and things escalate. And at some point, he wrecks the car.
Yeah, he's driving and he hits a phone, like a light pole or a telephone pole or something. Not sure exactly what it was, but one of those two. He hits it, and Dad shows up, and he tells his friends to take him home, and he's just like, "Stop telling everybody what to do, Dad." And then he goes home and gets on more drugs, and then Dad comes home, and I don't know what he grabs at first. He had like a screwdriver or something.
It's like an awl.
Because then
AWLs,
and he was like, "Just shoot me, Dad. Just shoot me." He pulled a gun on me. And then he went upstairs, and that's when he put the awl down, and I think he did come down with a knife after that.
Yeah, he came down with a knife and like slid down like all
like missed
Christmas
the stairs,
style, right, and just like slid right on his ass. It's like, shoot me, and Mrs. P got. Oh, before this, I want to say, well, we'll finish it. He gets shot in the face. He gets shot in the face and dies. And then they cut to the funeral, and movie over. He's dead. He's fucking dead.
Except for what happened at the funeral.
What happened at the funeral? Oh God. This is when I wanted to die, because the girlfriend got up and read a poem about him, saying that he was gonna like live on in like the trees and the wind and all this garbage. And I was just like, no, not a poem. Jeremy, if I die, don't read a poem at my funeral, please. Don't.
I'd make no promises, Dave.
Like, if any girl that has friend zoned me tries to get up and read a poem about me, like, tackle her. Be nice. I don't know. It's bad.
Dark ass sliding, yes.
Yes, it was an ass sliding joke, yeah.
Yeah, the whole movie was just depressing.
Yeah, man. Oh, I was just like, I felt like, dude, like, especially during, like when Janie was friend zone, like led him on, and then just crushed him. I was just like, what is this? Like why? Because I have to believe that a lot of this was fictionalized, because I think that the names of the characters are different. I think the last name is so that they could have a lot of like creative freedom to like do lots of different things. I think probably that job that he had at Regal Burger, I think that was probably not true.
Or if it was probably Burger King.
Yeah. Bites. Come here. Hang on. Take over for just a minute. I have to stop somebody from sitting their ass in someplace they shouldn't be. Come here.
Cat butt and the thing. Yeah, I was going through the Meg movie catalog earlier. And I'll bring it back up real quick. Because they definitely have a lot of movies that RiffTrax has done over the past few years. And looking through this, there's quite a few that I wouldn't mind seeing them do. But like, they have Aladdin. Here, you know what? Let me just do this. Let me.
Don't you do it.
Share the screen. There we go.
Jeremy joined.
And I can make them a little bigger, I think. There we go. They have a lot of stuff on here. But like, here's Aladdin, which of course RiffTrax did. They have
Alien Abduction. Man, they got a lot of garbage.
Oh yeah, Amanda and the Alien. There's a bunch of
Amityville
movies.
Is that where we're getting all these Amityvilles?
Well, there's Dollhouse that we got, and then of course Evil Escapes, which we had as a live show. They got Angel's Revenge.
No, that makes sense.
I'm gonna make this so it shows. Why isn't it showing everything to me?
Let me make this bigger on my end.
You're only gonna give me the A's? Come on, man. Anyway, there's like
there should be like a next key.
25, 30. It's not. I don't know why it's not showing up. Probably because I have it on this sharing thing, but they had like 30 movies that RiffTrax has already done. Like Lancelot, Guardian of Time is on here.
Yeah, we still need to talk about.
Oh yeah, now it's loading. Of course, I think. But the Of the Bride movies, Baby of the Bride, and stuff like that. Those are all on here. The Christmas. What was the one that Mary Jo and Bridget did this year? Christmas Romance or something. There's Charade.
Lady movie.
Christmas Romance. Yeah, it was Christmas Romance. There's Charade. There's
Charade's pretty good. We should talk
Sunset Strip, The Dark, Day of the Animals, Day of the Assassins, Grizzly. Oh, there's the Death of Richie. All kinds of stuff. And there's so many more that they have that they could do, including a movie that I've been wanting them to do, but now Meg has the rights to it. And it was called Secret Santa or Dear Santa, and now it's called My Santa, My Dad. The Fred Olin Ray.
That is the dumbest title for that movie.
Yeah. The Fred Olin Ray Christmas movie, where part of it's filmed guerrilla style at one of the shut down Santa's villages.
Please say that Dinosaur Island is not on there.
I did not see Dinosaur Island on here.
Quick, scroll to the D's.
I'm going back to the D. No, there is no Dinosaur Island on here.
Oh, thank God.
Hopefully it stays that way. Oh, there's Kill or Be Killed and Kill again.
Like 8 years ago, and I'm still traumatized by it.
Page 43?
34.
34. I wonder if that's how Rule 34 got started.
Well, let's not find out.
But yeah, that's
Do you have anything else to say about Death of Richie?
You know, it is a great riff. It is an outstanding riff. I was cackling. But that being said, this is basically a GrimTrax feature. So
yeah,
if you're gonna watch it, keep that in mind.
You're also gonna feel like crap.
Yeah,
like it's pretty bad. I would definitely recommend doing it. But Jeremy watched something that I didn't that maybe we can talk a little bit about.
The newest release for RiffTrax, the Super Zeros collection. I watched it. I got it because it was free to backers of, I think it was $80 or more.
Why didn't I get that? Let me.
Did you do your refresh your rewards page?
Hang on.
If you did, you should have got it.
RiffTrax.com/Kickstarter 2024.
But it's a bunch of clips from old 70s superhero stuff. It starts off with the pilot for the live action Spider-Man TV show, but it's clips. So you get a little bit and then a little bit and a little bit, and they kind of condense the whole episode into a few minutes. Like 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. They show Doctor Strange, the TV movie from the 70s. They show clips from the Hulk when Thor was on and when Daredevil was on. They show the second Captain America movie with Reb Brown. And then they end with some clips from the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie, which really just makes me want them to do the entire Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie, because the stuff that they had there was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. The only moral for the Death of Richie Rivius is drugs are bad. Drugs are bad, okay?
Don't say that I have this. Why is it not in my library?
I don't know. It's very yes, they were all TV, mostly TV stuff. I don't remember if the Reb Brown Captain America movies,
there it is. I guess I just had to click on it for it to
show up.
For it to show up.
Yeah, none of them are very good. I mean, the Incredible Hulk TV series, most people just they're looking at that through rose-colored glasses because. And I was the same way with the live-action Spider-Man stuff. Like, I used to love that when I was a kid, and then I saw it again a few years ago, and it's not great. I still want the they have a Marvel Legends guy of the 1977 live-action Spider-Man coming out. I would like to get that, but just because it's weird. So you do have that now, Dave.
I'm updating. That's so weird. Why did I have to click on it in the rewards page to get it to show up in my library? No, whatever. It's fine. I'll maybe watch it.
Oh, you should. It is a great time. It's something like I was thinking about. I'm like, oh, we could do this, and then I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't know how we would talk about this because it's just clips of shows and not really. It's kind of like when they did the '90s. The 90s collections where they did like the 90s villains and
best of 90s and best of villains, like the best of.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of work into it and charged like, not a lot of money, but more that because it was just like they had to get the rights to the clips and everything like that.
Yeah.
And every RiffTrax fan was like, we don't want this. I remember that it was like 2013 and they like were experimenting with something and the feedback was just like so like, ugh. And so they didn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, best of RiffTrax villains and the 90s cyber thrillers. But yeah, if you backed the Kickstarter from last year at the $80 mark or above, you have this. You're going to have to go to your rewards thing and click on it, probably through Backer Kit. But
just go to RiffTrax.com/Kickstarter 2024. That's where all your stuff is.
Yes, the troublemaking trash kitty.
Yeah, he's putting his butt where it shouldn't belong, and I'm trying to stop it.
Don't let him sit on your food, Dave.
There's no food right here.
But Death of Richie, if you get a chance,
and
you're in the right state of mind.
Yeah,
watch it.
Don't watch it if you're currently trying to reconnect with someone you really like from your past and it's been a long time, because it will make you be like, I don't want to do this.
I might have to start doing drugs. Oh, man. Yeah, it was...
Dang it. Okay, keep talking.
It was
Get
very
down from there.
depressing.
You can't be there.
I just can't get enough of how much trouble Fanto's getting into tonight. It's pretty good. Yes, drugs are like that. The movie.
I'm just gonna hold him till the end of the podcast because he's only in here because I'm in here. But like what he does is that like he doesn't want like he doesn't want to be lonely, and he also doesn't want you to know that you like him. Ow!
Like that?
Yeah. All right. I could put your whole face in my mouth. Don't you do it?
I just got attacked by Badgie. This just fell off of my shelf and almost hit me.
Oh, from Star Trek Lower Decks?
Yeah, Badgie. Badgie's trying to take me out, man. But, yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for us today. Nice, short. Then he could bite your tongue, yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely trying to get you. He wants to pay attention, but not that much attention.
This morning, before I went to work, he was like, I had to have, my sister came by, and I had her have him because she knows how to do it and I don't. She clipped all his nails because he was trying to climb up my leg.
Oh.
And like all 10 of his claws went through the denim in my leg and like got like just like right into my leg. I was like, "Ow, you jerk!" So he got his nails clipped today.
Well, that's going to do it for us here in the True Blue Riffcast today. Depressingness and psychotic cats.
Yeah, definitely get GrimTrax. That's how I'm going to refer to it now. GrimTrax, the Death of Richie.
Yeah, check it out, 100%. Just make sure you're in the right state of mind, like we said. But if you like the podcast, the best way to support us is to follow us right here on Twitch. If you're listening to this after the fact, that's twitch.com/pbandawesome. You can follow us on there. That way you'll know whenever we go live. And you can support us just by hanging out with us and watching us and chatting along with our regulars in here, Oliver, Citizen Yarn, Rivius, Michael Esquire, if he's in here, which he usually is. And you can go to patreon.com/TrueBlueRiffcast and drop us a couple $1 a month there if you feel like it. If you don't, whatever, it's fine. It's cool. We don't really care. But yeah, you can follow us on social medias. We're all over the place.
Yep. And I'm Dave. You can check me out on X, formerly known as Twitter, if you really want to. I'm also on Threads, apparently. Didn't know that. But yeah, check me out on Amazon and Audible. And there's gonna very soon, apparently, there's gonna be a new audiobook, Spaghetti and Meatballs.
Yeah.
Much anticipated.
Yes, I know there are quite a few of us that are looking forward to that one. But yeah, yeah. We will see you guys next time right here on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock till you die.
Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone and turning mind. Rock till you die. Rock till you die.